just when you think Square Enix is falling off due to crap like this, well, they may have missed the mark because it's great, but polarizing games such as this, Square Enix breaks their emergency glass and dusts off its golden goose. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you another golden egg. This game is the most anticipated game of 2024, and that's backed up by its award for most anticipated game at last year's Game Awards. Final Fantasy VII Remake was truly a phenomenal gaming experience, so you know its continuation had to bring its A game. So was this game worth all the hype? Is it worthy of a spot on your shelf? Or is it a play in the dumpster fire? Let's see. This game is gorgeous! Seriously, I'm gonna shut up for a second. Y'all just look at this. I give you the power of Unreal Engine 4. There are so many locations in this game which have been reimagined and brought to life from the original 1997 Final Fantasy VII, such as Calm, Lower Junon, Upper Junon, and Costa del Sol. Even the character models look phenomenal. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth took the brilliant graphics from Final Fantasy VII Remake and raised its power level over 9,000! As beautiful as the open world of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is, sadly this is only truly achieved while playing in graphics mode. Performance mode is an entirely different story. In order to have less motion blur and a reliable frame rate of 60 FPS, that's frame per second for people who are not nerds, you gotta sacrifice some graphical quality, and the trade-off is immediately obvious. The environment of the open world in each region goes into a far lower resolution to compensate. Character models take a beating. For real, man, they start to look like PlayStation 3 graphics. This ain't it, Square Enix. Thankfully, Square Enix has announced that a performance mode graphics update is in development, but at the time of this video, we still don't know when that may be. Overall, if you play in graphics mode, like I did, it's an easy 5 out of 5, but performance mode leaves much to be desired. And that's just the graphics. We haven't even started on the beautiful redesigned set pieces. Calm, Junon, Costa del Sol, Temple of the Ancients, the Golden Saucer. Perfection. It's so beautiful! And in addition to the gorgeous graphics comes a banger soundtrack too. Final Fantasy VII Remake redesigned popular songs from the original and added some too. But this game took it over 9,000! Tifa's theme, bop. Aerith's theme, bop. Chocobo theme, bop. Cloud's theme, bop. And each region gets its own unique theme as well. Gongaga, masterpiece. 5 out of 5 my favorite region. Its beauty, its music, story, gameplay. Y'all, art style is on point with this one here. This game is so fun! Man, there are distractions everywhere. Most gamers can complete the story in 40 to 50 hours, but if you complete all side missions, chatly missions, all extra content, you could be looking at over 100+ hour save file. This isn't an exaggeration. What you're seeing here are literally the words from director Naoki Hamaguchi himself. And he ain't lying. Just look at the size of this map. It is so easy to get distracted and sidetracked in this game. But even with all the extra stuff to do, it never really felt boring. The side missions and extra content grant you deeper relationships with your party members, tons of extra experience and skill points, rare items, new weapons, powerful materia, access to tough fights, and much, much more. Why do you think it took me so long to put out this review? I was in them trenches. There are points in the game where you may feel, man, this is just some filler, especially with the new Queen's Blood card game. But even Queen's Blood is interesting and thought-provoking, and it takes some strategy to play that game. It eventually gets fun. You can easily get wrecked if you made a bad play. Eventually, with my destruction deck, I was putting the beat down on everybody. Anyway, if side missions and extra stuff isn't your cup of tea, you can even skip over most of it and still feel fulfilled with your gameplay experience. There are mini games everywhere, especially when you finally make it to the Golden Saucer. Oh my god. I spent hours upon hours in the Golden Saucer, beating every single game, getting the highest rank possible. Then later in the game, here comes a side mission. I gotta beat my top record all over again. Adding to the fun of the game is the insane combat system. This game took what was great about Final Fantasy VII Remake's combat system and shot it over 9,000! Radio combat's been fixed, additional combos have been added, synergy skills, crispy combinations, thought-provoking combos. You can even team up with other characters just to whoop some more. Each character has their own unique movesets and specialties, such as Tifa being in your face brawler Punisher, Aerith being a long-range, powerful mage with access to incredibly powerful spells, and Barret being a tank with hard-hitting bullets and stagger potential. And that's just 3 characters. There are 4 other playable characters. There's so much creativity in handling the enemies and bosses in combat. You can play through the game several times and still figure out different combinations and new stuff to do with each character. Well done, Square Enix, well done. Did I mention the music? Y'all, if you don't have this game or not planning on picking up, what are you doing? Go get this. Alright, we gotta talk about graphics mode. Bruh, what is this? As much as I wanted to play with 60 frames per second, I can't look at this all day. What is this? Even choosing to play in graphics mode instead of performance mode will still give you a smooth, graphically impressive 4K experience. My biggest gripe with my playthrough, which I did almost exclusively in graphics mode, was the non-adjustable motion blur accompanying the 30 frames per second. Panning the camera is an eyesore, and it looks worse in video playback. Choosing to play in performance mode will grant you a stable 60 frames per second, but unfortunately you gotta sacrifice graphical quality. For me and many others, this was a deal breaker. Maybe I'll do another playthrough once the performance mode graphics patch is live, but for now, I gotta smack Square Enix for technical polish a little bit. Graphics and performance mode aside, this game usually runs as it should. I also ran into a few instances of Cloud getting stuck on objects during fights, just while roaming around in the world. I also ran into some frame rate stutter while I was whooping ass and getting wrecked. Other than that, smooth as butter. How could you do this to me again, Square? Damn it, Sephiroth. Damn it, Square. Ah! Where's my Buster Sword? Hold on. Where is he? You know what? I know what I'll do. Hold on.
3, 2, 1, go! Game! Game!
I feel a little better now. You know what? Hold on. Alright, now I'm good. God dang it, Square! God dang Sephiroth! How dare you do this to Aerith again? You know, with all the changes this game made to the original, I was holding out hope that Aerith's fate would be different. But I guess her death is a fixed point in time. Or is it? I'm sure people will have a lot to say about the end section and what happens to Aerith, because I definitely do. Was Cloud tripping and he believes that he stopped Sephiroth? Did he still actually stab her, like in the original? Or is she just in another timeline now and everybody believes she's dead? I don't know for certain, but she's still gone, and there's a giant hole in my heart once again. The way Aerith's death was handled was certainly different and kind of ambiguous, but it still hurts. The story of Final Fantasy VII is such an amazing and revolutionary part of the gaming industry that has literally influenced countless forms of media and games. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth adds to that story and throws in some spice to that stew. From the very beginning of the game, they throw you a curveball with Zack's gameplay, and that's just the tip. They just keep sucker punching you with mix-ups all throughout the game. All the things that made us love the original story are present in this game and the last game, and I can't wait to see how they land the plane in part 3. This story is long, 40 to 50 hours to be exact, but it's so good. Your journey will see you across several different regions in this giant map. Look at this. And all this culminates in a truly epic showdown with Sephiroth with some new and improved gameplay and what the actual F is. Bruh. Sephiroth is crazy. It's hard to put into words how epic this story and this game truly is without doing a longer and more in-depth analysis. Go pick this up and see for yourself. In 1997, Final Fantasy VII introduced us to beloved characters such as Cloud Strife, Tifa Lockhart, Aerith Gainsborough, formerly known as Aerith, Barrett Wallace, Sephiroth, yeah, even him, Yuki Kirosaki, and many, many more. These characters were charismatic, relatable, cool, heroic, you name it. We felt their hardships, their triumphs, and we became attached to them in their world. In 2020, we got to relive our experiences with some of these characters in Final Fantasy VII Remake. And now, in Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, we're learning even more about our favorite characters. We get to see their relationships grow and develop in beautiful HD, and we get to relive their stories, albeit with a little twist. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth focuses on building up character relationships with story cutscenes, optional side missions, player-controlled dialogue options throughout the game, and last but not least, attention to detail and world building. Just talking to NPCs in each village, settlement, town gives so much more context and value to the world. Like in Final Fantasy VII Remake, your choices in dialogue scenes and failure to do or willingness to complete side missions actually matters, and it can alter what happens with your character relationships. Story cutscenes, side missions, and open world dialogue all work to deepen character relationships and make you more attached to all the characters. I, for one, was very happy to see proper love and care being shown to dialogue choices and world building. The NPC conversations with characters, reacting to things that's going on in the world, and the character-to-character interactions make this game so much more enjoyable. This game recreates the scenes and the feel of dialogue from the original, adds new elements or completely new scenarios, and still finds a way to hold the character's original charm. If you have never played Final Fantasy VII, Final Fantasy VII Remake, or you're on the fence about getting this game, this series is well worth your time. And this game is well worth the price to experience it. Go pick it up! This is an amazing game and an amazing experience. I can't recommend this game enough, and if you're new to this series, you should definitely play the original as well. This is Detective B signing out. Case closed.